Hey everybody, my name is Lowell and welcome to the channel. So we've been doing a lot of college football lately, so I thought we'd get into high school football. So this is going to be $100 million high school football stadiums. Now, I don't know if they're all together 100 million or there may be one that's 100 million. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows these days? So let's jump in and let's have a look at this one, shall we?
Year after year, high school football stadiums are becoming more expensive to build and maintain. In 2024, the Socorro Independent School District spent over $50 million on its...
For a high school? What in the hell?
New stadium. But despite that hefty price tag, that stadium isn't even one of the most expensive in the United States. So what are the top 5 most expensive high school football stadiums built in the US? Welcome to FOS Explains. Today we're diving into the world of high school football stadiums and uncover the insane costs behind the most luxurious venues across the nation.
For high school? Okay. Eagle Stadium.
They say everything's bigger in Texas, and Allen High School, the state's largest high school, is an example of just how massive and pricey things can get down there. Located in Allen, Texas, AHS unveiled its new stadium just in time for the first game of the 2012 football season, and the venue costs $82.2 million after adjusting for inflation.
Oh my God, for a freaking high school stadium. 80 million. My high school would be, you would be lucky if you got a football. I mean, a football, an actual football. 80 million. Oh my God.
The school's previous stadium was built in 1976 and originally held 7,000 seats. Back then, the town only had 8,000 residents, but as the Allen community grew to over 80,000, more fans filled the stands, and the district resorted to adding 7,000 temporary bleachers every year, costing the school $250,000 a year. With its new venue seating 18,000 people, AHS now has the 5th largest high school stadium in the United States.
18,000, and it's only the 5th largest high school. What the hell?
It also has roughly 8,000 season tickets available each season, a number that consistently sells out. It probably doesn't hurt that the team is typically pretty good, too. The Eagles won back-to-back state titles their first 2 years on the new field. The stadium's design is both modern and majestic, with sweeping lines and expansive spaces that echo the ambition of those who envisioned it. At the center of Eagle Stadium lies its state-of-the-art turf field. The stadium is a hub for other sports, too. It has a state-of-the-art weight room, a dedicated wrestling practice area, and even a specialized golf training facility, ensuring that all of the school's athletes have the tools they need to succeed. It also hosts soccer.
Now, I'm going to keep saying high school. Our high schools obviously are pretty rubbish compared to American high schools. We have a lot of sports. We're sports mad. We definitely wouldn't spend $80 million on a stadium. We wouldn't even spend $80 million on building a freaking school. But, oh my God, I am gobsmacked. Gobsmacked.
Soccer matches, band competitions, and a bunch of other community events. The stadium was built on approximately 72 acres and features a state-of-the-art press box with 3 distinct levels. The main level serves as a film deck with space for scouts and athletic staff. The second floor is dedicated to stadium operations and media support. And the third floor is a space for coaches, hospitality, and a judges section for band competitions. The new stadium, with its design featuring 6 entrances, is a massive improvement from the single gate of the old facility. But even though Eagle Stadium draws an exceptionally large crowd, it's almost nothing compared to their neighbors down the road.
What?
Just 6 miles away from Allen High School, the McKinney ISD Stadium is
It's in the same town? Are you freaking kidding?
Located in Collin County, situated in McKinney, Texas. The McKinney Independent School District serves over 24,000 students across 3 high schools. Years before McKinney ISD Stadium was built, there was Ron Poe Stadium. It was a 7,000-seat venue built in 1962 and on the campus of McKinney High School. It was a decent high school stadium that served as the home field for McKinney ISD's athletics for decades. Generations of fans came together under the Friday night lights. High school football games, track meets, and countless community events made Ron Poe Stadium a cornerstone of local life. But if you ever attended an inner-city rivalry game at Ron Poe, you would have seen how the stadium struggled to contain all the energy and excitement. The stadium, simply put, wasn't big enough for the crowds these games drew. Extra bleachers were brought in, but even then it wasn't enough. The demand always exceeded what the stadium could offer, and as the years passed, there was a need for something bigger. Fast forward to 2016, and the community came together to cast their votes, approving a bond package that would pave the way for the replacement of the iconic Ron Poe Stadium. The proposed stadium, now known as McKinney ISD Stadium, is a more sophisticated one, almost double the size of Ron Poe. When adjusted for inflation, the project's actual cost reached $87.7 million, transforming the stadium into a 12,000-seat facility designed to welcome both home and visiting fans in much higher numbers than before. The facility hosts games for the district's 3 high schools, but was so nice that college teams started playing games there. It's hosted the Division II College Football National Championship several times, along with a bunch of other events. Architecturally, it's a beautiful modern stadium with a classic design, but if you think this is massive, wait until you
Oh my God. Okay.
see this next stadium.
Is this in Texas as well?
Back in 2017, Legacy Stadium was the most expensive high school football stadium in the United States. Located in Katy, Texas, right next to the existing Rhodes Stadium, the facility was projected to cost approximately $89.8 million when adjusted for inflation. This massive stadium was designed to hold 12,000 people and serves over 77,000 students from the Katy Independent School District's high schools. It has 2 concession stands on each side, 2 large men's and women's bathrooms on each side, and 2 locker rooms that could be divided into 4 separate areas for additional space. The project was funded by a $748 million bond approved by voters back in 2014. After 2 years, groundbreaking for the stadium took place, marking the beginning of construction for what would become one of the largest high school football stadiums in the US. With 2,200 more seats than the old Rhodes Stadium and a multi-purpose area for the athletic department, the new facility was a major upgrade. Without considering inflation, Katy ISD's Legacy Stadium cost $70 million. That surpassed the $69.9 million cost of McKinney ISD's 12,000-seat stadium and Allen High School's $60 million 18,000-seat stadium. But there's still 2 more stadiums that cost.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. For high schoolers. I know obviously football is a very popular sport and brings in a lot of money and stuff, but man, that is ridiculous. We had ovals in our school with nothing. I've never seen a high school in Australia with a stadium. Or even bleachers for that matter. Ever. Maybe there is. I don't know. I don't know every school, but yikes. Oh my.
Even more.
Holy shit.
Located in the middle of Cypress, Texas, the Cy-Fair FCU Stadium is the Lone Star State's
I know obviously in Texas football is a religion, as they say, but man,
most expensive high school football venue.
Look at it.
Construction for the entire venue cost $80 million back in 2006. That translates to $124.8 million in 2024 after inflation. It was originally called the Barry Center, and the full venue is made up of 5 facilities: the football stadium, an indoor arena, conference center, theater, and food distribution center. The stadium was meticulously crafted to host a crowd of 11,000 people, including private suites for VIP guests. It reflected the district's commitment to creating a premier venue for its athletes and the community. The press box houses modern broadcast tech, and the field has 2 large video boards that deliver real-time game updates and video replays, adding to the premium feel and excitement. For the comfort of its visitors, Cy-Fair FCU Stadium features multiple concession stands and restroom facilities thoughtfully placed to shorten wait times. The stadium also includes spacious locker rooms designed to accommodate both home and visiting teams, equipped with the latest in athletic support technology. The name officially changed from Barry Center to Cy-Fair FCU Stadium when the Cy-Fair Federal Credit Union agreed to pay the Cypress Fairbanks Independent School District $1.5 million in a 10-year naming rights deal. The venue is a focal point for local events and a symbol of the district's dedication to excellence in education and athletics. And while the $124.8 million price tag may sound outrageous, it is nothing compared to this last stadium.
Oh my God, here we go. Hall of Fame stat. Oh my, there's no way that is a high school stadium. No way. Come on.
Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium is the most expensive high school stadium in the United States. Located in Canton, Ohio, Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium is a centerpiece of the Pro Football Hall of Fame complex. It's also the home field for McKinley Senior High School.
Okay, so it's attached to the Hall of Fame. Okay.
Football team. It was originally constructed in the late 1930s with 15,000 seats. Back then, it was believed to be the largest high school stadium in the country, but it's gone through a lot of renovation over the years, ultimately bringing it up to NFL standards. Today, it seats 23,000 people and provides world-class hospitality and amenities, making it a standout destination for football fans. 5 local Canton high schools have used the field for their games, but the venue isn't just a high school stadium. It hosts the annual NFL Hall of Fame game and was also the home field for Malone University and Walsh University.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe you could call it a high school stadium, but it does so much more. So much more. High school just kind of tacked onto the edge of it. You know, it's not I wouldn't call it a true high school stadium, even though high schoolers use it. But man, what an impressive stadium. That's much better than what we have here for our national teams. Oh my God.
University's football teams for a while. The stadium was originally called Fawcett Stadium and replaced the former League Field, where an old NFL team, the Canton Bulldogs, played before being sold in the 1920s. In 2017, the stadium was renamed Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium to honor Tom Benson, who was the former owner of the New Orleans Saints. Benson donated $11 million to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, with $10 million dedicated to renovating Fawcett Stadium and recouping the investments through stadium rentals. And the renovation of Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium was a big part of the $200 million construction project that marked Phase 1 of the Hall of Fame Village expansion. Before the end of 2017, the stadium was fully constructed, with the total cost adding up to $175.8 million when adjusted for inflation. Overall, the stadium is equipped with a permanent stage at the 50-yard line, NFL-caliber press box, luxury suites with flat-screen TVs, VIP lounges, and rooftop terraces. But I want to know which of these stadiums is your favorite, and are you surprised at all that most of them are in Texas? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe for more on the business of sports.
That is just ridiculous. I can't believe it. You know, we know football is obviously very popular in America. We've seen that through the college. Sometimes the college, you know, blows your mind, but you could kind of understand, you know, college is obviously bigger than high school, but high school football, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. As I said, we would be lucky if you got a football to play with. You get an oval on the school, but you definitely don't get any bleachers. And it's definitely got no line markings. Maybe if you're lucky, you might have an outside line. But looking at that, you're just like, okay, we obviously got ripped off as athletes in high school. I think I played 4 sports in high school. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That last one, you can understand it's attached to the Hall of Fame. It's used for other stuff, you know. 200 million, you could probably understand it, you know. Calling it a high school stadium, maybe a bit of a stretch. There is obviously, 5 or 6 high schools that use it, but they kind of just use it because it's there and, you know, it's attached to the Hall of Fame, whatever else. So, but the other ones who are all standalone, even though few high schools use them, they're kind of standalone high school. There's not attached to anything. Even them are ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I can just imagine going to the local government here in Australia and say, hey, look, we want to build a stadium for our high school. It's going to cost $80 million. They would laugh at you and kick you out the door and then put it in the paper that you're an idiot. That is ridiculous. That is... did not know it was to that level. And that's only 5. So I'm assuming there might not be as expensive, but obviously there's going to be a lot more out there. As I said, they put our national team stadiums almost to shame. It is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. So, whew, that's an eye-opener. That is an eye-opener, and you can see the way, it starts in high school and all this kind of, athletic stars and stuff, and they get used to that kind of standard, and then they're in college, and then, it's just like, oh my God, so yikes. That's pretty impressive. I must admit, that is pretty impressive. Overwhelming. The amount of money that is floating around that sport is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So let me know what you guys thought of it. Thank you very much for joining me today. Make sure you stay safe, and I will definitely see you in the next reaction video.